Hi, I'm Sally, and today I'm going to be making my first pair of custom sneakers. Making customs is something that I've always wanted to do, but never really had the occasion to. But NCAAs are coming up, so I'm going to be making a pair for Belmont Abbey men's volleyball head coach, Derek Sullivan. We'll see how this goes. Trying to line it up as perfectly as possible. I know that's still not gonna be able to get it perfect, so I'm gonna have to be able to deal with any of those imperfections when they appear later. How they look right now. That's all of the vinyl I'm gonna put on for now. That took forever. I did a lot of iteration. Some of the text was too big and I changed that. I messed up and had to re-stick on parts, but yeah, it's finally at a point where I want to start putting paint on. But first, I'm gonna clean up this workspace. Just stuck on the logos. It looked pretty nice, honestly. Logo's pretty complicated, so I already know that I'm gonna need some fixing up to do later. So the school logo struggled. Crusaders struggled a lot on both shoes. Definitely worse on this. Actually, no, they're both pretty bad. Back to back turned out okay. Belmont Abbey's not great on this side. Just Abby's actually pretty solid on this one. But yeah, I had a lot of cleanup. But as you can probably tell, I look really tired. I'm exhausted. I'm going to paint the swoosh black, and then tomorrow I will finish the logo and then clean up all the letters. Okay, so yesterday I painted the swooshes black and finished up a little bit of the logo, not all of it, and honestly they look pretty nice from far away, but obviously from far away is not good enough. There's a lot of cleaning up to do. First, I'm going to start off with just getting rid of any red that is where it's not supposed to be, and then after I do that, I'm going to go in and actually fix some of those details. So today is going to be pretty much all just detail brushes. The first part I'm going to try to clean up is the logo itself because it has multiple colors, so it's going to need time to dry in between each color. Okay, I just finished up cleaning up the logo and it's like so much better than it was before. This one is definitely better than the other one. It's still not exactly the logo. It still has its imperfections, but it is what it is. I'm a little bummed that it's not quite perfect, but I might be the only one who sees that. I added kind of that gray border around the swoosh. It looks really nice next to the logo, and I just really like color accents in general. You know, it just adds something different. It makes it a little less boring than if it were just red and black. So once I fix up this part, I think I'm gonna also add those accents to the stuff going on here. I'm going to add a outer shadow on the white icons and then add an inner shadow on the inverted icons. So we'll see how that looks. I also painted like the edges red to match, which was a lot harder than I thought because I now have a lot of errors to fix, but it does look a lot cleaner with the edges. Okay, big fan of how it looks. Obviously still needs some cleaning up, but it gives the letters more depth, and it kind of ties it in together with the logo and the rest of the shoe. This is the end of another day. I added those gray accents everywhere, and yeah, the panel under the toe box I think looks really nice. A lot of cleanup still to do, but in terms of actual design, nothing else is being added. I'm just gonna go back tomorrow, especially with white, to just clean up some places where maybe the red smudged or the gray is a little more than it should be. But yeah, that's pretty much the final design. So that's the outside and that's the inside. It is day 3 and got a lot of cleaning up to do. So it's honestly just with the stuff on the panel below the toe box. I just want some like crisper edges, and I just want it to look a little cleaner. Because right now, if I'm looking at it close up, I'm like, oh, someone definitely did this by hand. But the goal is that if you look at it, you're like, wow, someone did this by hand. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of really precise cleaning up and basically only using the super, super tiny brush. I'm done. Are there still imperfections? Of course, but I'm doing these by hand, so if I stay here until every single imperfection is gone, I'm probably going to be here forever. So this is the final shoe. I want to say this one is definitely, this one's a little better on this side, so I'm going to show that side on this shoe. That's the other side. Honestly, when I was making these and it was just the red and white, I hated the front panel. I really didn't like how it looked. It looked just too different from the logo. So adding that gray in made such a difference. Also adding the gray in around the swoosh made a really big difference as well. So I'm really glad I did add that gray because I actually really like how they turned out. I was really regretting things before I added the gray. But yeah, I really like how they turned out. So I'm just gonna use the heat gun and dry it off a bit, and then I'm going to add some top coat, and then I'm going to relace them. Top coat, and not gonna lie, I am a little terrified that it's going to smear, even though I know the paint is dry. Like that's just a fear that stuff is gonna smudge as I'm putting on the top coat. Here is the final result. I am a big fan of how they turned out. I think they're gonna look super cool as a game day shoe for a coach. For it being my very first pair ever, I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think I kind of expected my first pair to not turn out well in certain aspects just because, you know, first time. But yeah, I think it's pretty nice. Do I feel confident giving these to Derek as a gift? Absolutely. I think it'll be a great surprise, and I think they'll look super cool. Would I feel confident selling these? Absolutely not. I don't think they look bad, but if you look closely, you definitely see imperfections, and I just wouldn't feel right selling something where you can obviously see imperfections. I think I will definitely need to refine my practices, especially with how I'm taking care of the brushes and understanding how much paint to use when, getting better used to how to or not to use stencils. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know how you think they turned out in the comments. And yeah, thanks for watching.
Oh! shot, buddy. Whoa! What's up? Did you get this print?
I made them.
Oh man, that's so cool. Oh, yeah, so you painted it
Yeah.
there? It's really nice. Dang. Thanks, Sally. Those are ready every day. Every game day, back to back. Whoa. Thank you, Sally. That's so awesome.
And Gabe, we're not only the one stylish here in the room today, we've got some stylish shoes.
Yeah, and how about those? Not sure if they're Dunks or Air Forces, but painted by the team photographer Sally Dang, and there's a lot going on in those shoes. They look amazing.
They're phenomenal. Made especially for this game and their back-to-back runs here through the NCAA championships. So styling out on the edge of the court here and trying to lead.